And we're back like we never left. It is Live Zone here with you on Off the Ropes. I also have my co-host Eric here. Eric, how you doing today?
Doing good. Things are ramping up now. We're very much in it now for WrestleMania season. We're only a few weeks away. It's getting exciting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with you 110%. And that is exactly why we're here today. We're going to be bringing to you what we got for WrestleMania predictions so far. Obviously, we saw the John Cena heel promo with Cody Rhodes and how that went going. Jay versus Gunther is really starting to heat up. Roman, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins really starting to open up their eyes on what's happening in that storyline. A lot of things definitely happening in WWE right now, and we're gonna head right into it. So the first match that we're going to be talking about is actually going to be Gunther versus Jey Uso. So I want to know who is your winner and why did you pick them as your winner?
My winner is Jey Uso for this match right now. I think it's starting to become a Kofi Mania type of thing. He's getting beat down in a bunch of different ways. There's going to be a lot of people against him. He's going to need his brother to kind of lift him up. Maybe they'll have someone else make an appearance. It'd be cool if like Rikishi, I think, was at Mania. If he like walked by him right before his entrance. Um, this will be Jay's time. It's one of those things. Heard an interview from Triple H where he said, like, we're doing a lot of things that you don't expect, but there's still going to be some things that you do expect. And obviously, right now, the storyline leads you to expect that Jey Uso is going to win. They could go the opposite direction with Gunter and do another one of those swerves like that they do every so often now. But I'm not seeing it. I think it'll be Jey Uso's time, and I think they could it won't matter once he gets that moment, whatever the storyline was. It won't matter once he gets that Kofi Mania esque moment.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you 110%. Listen, after I saw what happened on the last Monday Night Raw, I really do think that it's Jey Uso's time. I think that Jey Uso is going to win this match. I think we're going to see him become the world champion that we all thought he could be 2 years ago. And I think that, this is not just good for Jey Uso, but this is also good for the WWE. You need another guy like Roman from that bloodline to really step up and solidify the bloodline as that one of the best factions of all time. And that's what the bloodline was here to do. That's what the bloodline is here for. And I think rising Jey Uso up finally to the world title scene, I really do think that Jey Uso is going to get the dub here. I don't think the brother will be there though. I think the brother is I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Jimmy. I really don't. But I could also see Jacob Fatu also coming out and helping Jey Uso win. I could see. I don't know if I necessarily see Rikishi coming back to help him. I know it's been in the talks for a little bit to have Rikishi jump in and be part of the Bloodline storyline, but he hasn't yet, and I think that there's a reason for that. And the reason is I think it would diminish what Jey Uso and Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso have all built up so far. So for that reason, I definitely agree with you 110%. I think it's going to be Jey Uso winning this match at WrestleMania, and I think we're going to see one of the Usos finally get a world title.
And it won't
Um,
hurt Gunter. Gunter is such a dominant champion. He'll take a step back for a second, then he'll be right back in title pictures and main events pretty soon after
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. And I think that Gunther's sights really need to be on the other world title. I think it needs to be on Cody Rhodes. I think that Cody Rhodes and Gunther could be probably one of the best rivalries we've seen in this decade of wrestling. And I think it could honestly be up there with the likes of Cody Rhodes going against Roman Reigns.
Yeah. He'll keep taking steps up, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we're going to head over into the women's side for a second. We're going to be talking about the triple threat match. Um, oh, no, it's not a triple threat match anymore. It is just a regular match between Io Sky and Bianca Belair. Who do you have winning this match, and what is the reason for it?
So it's funny you say that because I still think Rhea's got to get entered into that situation,
How
especially
do you
after
think?
what happened this week, taking them both out, standing tall. I don't know if she necessarily wins. Like maybe this could be one of those swerve situations where because Io just got the title, maybe Rhea and Bianca take each other out so much that I think Io could retain the title in this situation and get her big WrestleMania moment. But yeah, I still think Rhea is going to be in it, and my winner is going to be Io Sky as of now. So I have her in a triple threat.
Hey, we are 2 for 2 here on our predictions. Hey,
Promise it's
I
not
see.
planned.
Yeah, no, I have Io Sky as well. Listen, Io Sky really gonna prove something to these WWE fans. The WWE fans have been wanting to see Io Sky on the top for a while now because of her athletic ability, and I think that there is no better way to do that than to put Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley right next to her and say, "Hey, here's your WrestleMania main event. Go be the Eddie Guerrero or Rey Mysterio. Go be the one that not necessarily is thought of winning a championship and go prove everybody wrong." And that's what I'm seeing with Io Sky. I think Io Sky is legit. I think she's the real deal. And I think that she's one of the most entertaining WWE female superstars out there right now. And I think that, if it's up to me, I want to see Rhea Ripley go against some new talent. I want to see Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill. I want to see Rhea Ripley going against like Tiffany Stratton. I want to see Rhea Ripley go against Charlotte Flair. I think that Rhea Ripley has a much better chance losing because of the switchover, where I think she could end up on the other brand by the end of WrestleMania, where she's going against those type of talents that she should be going against in the first place. So for that reason, I'm gonna pick Io Sky here as well. I definitely agree with your pick on that match.
It's gonna be a fun one though. Hopefully a show stealer.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of the underrated matches of the whole entire WrestleMania. I think it should have main evented, but we shall see what happens with that. As of right now, I don't think it's gonna happen, but because we have two hell of good matches in the main
Mega star
events.
filled.
Mega star filled, exactly, for the main events. So we're gonna head over to the other women's match. We're gonna go Tiffany Stratton going against Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. What you got?
Whew, it's so tough with Charlotte. You never know. Um, she pulls out these wins, and it's almost like John Cena in his prime. Like, are they finally going to have her lose and have the next one, or is Charlotte going to continue being having the greatest career of all time for a women's superstar? Um, in this case, I'm gonna stick with Charlotte just because of past history. I'd like to see Tiffany win. I think there's a chance. I hope so. I have nothing against Charlotte. I enjoy Charlotte, but I think it would be Tiffany's time. But I've seen so much already of Charlotte taking these moments, and she always comes up in them and always has an incredible match. So I'm going to pick Charlotte. I'm not the most confident about it, but it's kind of hard to pick against who I think is the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Wow. Greatest women's wrestler of all time is a stretch, in my opinion. I think she's only right there because of the last name that's attached to her. I personally think that there are better wrestlers out there right now that are not getting the same treatment as Charlotte Flair. I'm going to finally head the other way here. I think they want you to think that Charlotte Flair is going to win this match, especially if you watched on Friday Night SmackDown where they had Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill facing off against each other real quick, just like a stare down. I think they want you to think that Charlotte Flair is going to win this match, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think that they're really going with the future here, and the future is It's Tiffy time. It really is. It's her time to show what she's made of on the biggest stage at WrestleMania against one of, like you said, even though I disagree with it, one of the best female wrestlers that we've ever seen. So for that reason, I'm going Tiffany Stratton to retain the title. I think that we're going to see Jade Cargill maybe get involved in this because maybe it's going to start a feud with Charlotte Flair. I don't know. I don't really know what's going to happen for Tiffany Stratton to win this match, but I really do think that Tiffany Stratton's going to pull it out. I really do think that she's going to be that star that we have been thinking that she was going to be for months now. And I think that she's going to be really exciting at WrestleMania. And I think she's going to be, honestly, we talk about, the match stealer of the night and everything like that. I really do think that this has the potential to be it. I think that this has the potential to steal the show away from the men wrestlers. I really do.
Lots of moonsaults coming in that match. Out of the
Yes.
ring, off the top rope, all over the place.
Yep.
Moonsault
110%.
frenzy.
110% agree with you. Now it's time to talk about some main event scene. Now, I'm not going to bring up the big main event because I think that that's going to be night two, and I'm trying to differentiate the two matches here. So I'm going to be talking about night one real quick. What I think should be the night one main event. We're gonna start off by talking about Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. Number one, did you like the promo? Because I know that you were very high on John Cena heel promo a few weeks ago. Whereas if this one I thought was a lot better than what we saw from him 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago, whatever it was. And does Cody Rhodes hitting the crossroads on Cena mean that we're going to see John Cena win the 17th world title? Or do you think Cody Rhodes is going to put John Cena away and retire him from WrestleMania without that 17th championship?
And this promo was a lot more like hints of classic Cena, like the little digs here and there, doing a reference where the crowd goes "oh" afterwards when he references Tony Khan. So that was pretty cool. It's fun for the really serious fans that are paying attention week by week, looking at all the dirt sheets and seeing exactly what's going on. They understand all the references. So that was a lot of fun too. Maybe if someone, because there's a lot of people, like I know firsthand, just people I know that are just kind of watching wrestling right now because it's WrestleMania season and it's cool to watch it now. They might not have gotten those ones as much, but that's okay. As for him getting put down on this week, I don't normally, yeah, normally you'd go, okay, he lost this battle, but when at the end of the war, which is going to be the match, normally that means the guy who originally got put down is going to be the winner. I don't necessarily think that that's what it means this time. I know we're doing predictions. I'm so 50-50 on this one. Like, is John Cena really going to get the 17th world championship as a heel at WrestleMania and walk out with the crowd just absolutely in shock that Cody lost? I can see it happening if they really, really want to be shocked. I'm going to stick with the champion and the champion, I don't know, champion's advantage right now. I'm going to stick with Cody. I don't think Cena would be done with him if he lost. Who knows what The Rock has to do with this situation? Because I can't see Rock not showing up at WrestleMania at all. So I'm going to pick Cody, but Cena will be pressing towards that 17th world title one way or another.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you 110%. Again, the other question I kind of had there, the part two, is why haven't we seen The Rock since the heel turn? We've only seen John Cena with no Dwayne The Rock Johnson right next to him.
Do
So
you think Rock will show up at WrestleMania
I
in this
personally
match?
don't. I don't know. I don't know. The Rocket. It's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. We haven't seen The Rock at all since the heel turn. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we could see. Maybe we could see Cody Rhodes turn heel. I mean, I don't know. I don't like.
That's the
I'm
great
not
thing, though,
sure.
right? That's the great
Yeah,
thing. We're saying I don't know.
yeah,
The main
yeah,
event of WrestleMania, we genuinely have no idea.
yeah. It's such a hard pick for this. I think if The Rock comes out, whoever The Rock helps is going to win the match. I'll put it that way. But my heart is telling me to pick Cody Rhodes here, just based off of the promos that they've had. I don't think that John Cena. I'm still having a hard time seeing John Cena as a heel, and I don't think that WWE is seeing it working out the way they want it to, which is kind of why you saw a little bit of John Cena pop in the last promo with AEW. John Cena's kind of giving the fans what they want again. But at the same time, the guy that I could see helping Cody Rhodes win is Wade Barrett. I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but after he said, "I don't bury talent, I am the talent. I bury mediocrity." Wade Barrett instantly posted on Twitter that he was upset about that comment there. So I really do think maybe we could see Wade Barrett, or maybe we could see another guy that John Cena has like squashed, help out Cody Rhodes win the match. I don't know. There's a lot that could happen, but I'm going the same way as you. I'm going with the champion. I'm going with Cody Rhodes to retire John Cena's WrestleMania, and we're not gonna see. I don't think we're gonna see John Cena win the 17th world title. Meaning, I don't think that we're going to see him win the WWE title. I think if we're going to see him win a title, it's going to be the world heavyweight title. But if he does lose, this could also mean that he could go after Braun Breaker with the Intercontinental title. So there's a lot of things that could happen in between what happens at WrestleMania and what happens after WrestleMania. But as for John Cena, I just don't think I see him winning the WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, I agree for WrestleMania purposes, anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna head over into a few more matches here. I'm gonna leave the best one for last, obviously, because we all know who's going to be in the last match. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. We're gonna start talking about. Just got announced last week, Monday night, or was it Friday night that it got announced? I forget. It was Monday,
I'm
right?
losing track.
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was Monday Night Raw that it got announced. AJ Styles, Logan Paul had it out. They went to Logan Paul said something about WrestleMania. They got into it, and everything happened. Who do you see winning the match? And do you think that this is a match that should be on the WrestleMania card, knowing that both of these guys have really done pretty much nothing in the last month?
I do think this should be on the WrestleMania card. This is gonna be, I don't know, heat, bringing me heat or whatever. I very much enjoy Logan Paul as a WWE superstar. I think he should be on every major pay per view or premium live event. Sorry. So yes, I think this should be on WrestleMania. Um, I think AJ, excuse me, I think AJ Styles is gonna win the match. Logan Paul got a pretty big WrestleMania win last year, so I think this year losing to AJ Styles would not be the biggest hurt for him. And like we've heard AJ talk about, he's only got a couple years left. So as much as that's a time to put over talent and what is a kind of traditional thing in wrestling, maybe he'll be able to have a good last couple runs, good last couple matches. As long as he keeps going, it won't hurt Logan at all. And I think they'll be able to put on a heck of a match.
Okay, all right. I personally think that Logan Paul should be in this position where he's in WrestleMania and he's in every main event. I agree with you on that. Here's where we disagree. AJ Styles has really not done anything in the last year that has been worth noting. I think that AJ Styles is really just there just because of his name and what he has done in the past and not what he's been doing in the current time. We look at guys in the past that are going to WrestleMania, Randy Orton, that we're going to be talking about in a little bit, John Cena, another guy that we saw this happen to a few years back before he went to AEW was Edge. These guys have been doing storylines and have been important storylines throughout the whole WWE process of things for the whole year that led them to go to WrestleMania. I haven't seen that from AJ Styles this year. I haven't seen this from AJ Styles in a while, to be completely honest with you. When's the last time that AJ Styles has done something that was notable worth watching? I mean, he was in a fatal four way with Roman Reigns, but the two people that you were watching in that fatal four way were Randy Orton and LA Knight to win the match. It wasn't for AJ Styles to win. So I guess I'm just kind of confused on why they picked AJ Styles in this type of match, knowing AJ Styles needs something that's worth noting in a WrestleMania. He needs to make his mark in a WrestleMania. Now it could be one of the best matches on the card, but this match still doesn't mean anything for the future. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say with AJ Styles is yeah, build talent, but maybe give him an intercontinental title with it. Maybe give him a United States title with it. We talk about guys that don't need the title. Right now, AJ Styles needs a title to be relevant in WWE to me. And I guess that's just the way I see it. So for that reason, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to go with Logan Paul here because Logan Paul has every chance to gain and lift from this and be the star that we think that he could be in the main event scene, and this could catapult him there. But what does this do for AJ Styles knowing that he only has a few years left? That's my point on that.
Yeah, AJ certainly got to stay healthy. That's the big thing. We gotta get a full year of healthy AJ Styles, no injuries.
Yeah, and if he wants to put up talent, I agree. I agree with that. I think that that's very important. But I mean, go to the tag team scene or something that you could, build something with. You were part of the X division. You were part of the division that was the craziest, most outlandish wrestling that we have seen since ECW. Go do that with the tag team division. They need it right now. Logan Paul does not need AJ Styles to be relevant. AJ Styles needs Logan Paul to be relevant right now, and I think that's the reason why that they did this match.
It's good. I hope you clipped that part. that was
All
a
right.
that
All
was a good
right.
line.
All right, all right. Next match we got for you is Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Now we talk about how Kevin Owens he wants to punt him in the head. He wants to go after Cody Rhodes after WrestleMania. Everything is coming together for Randy Orton, where we're maybe going to see the Viper come out. I mean, what do you think is going to happen in this match? What do you think could be the outcome? And who is the actual bad guy in this situation? We talk about bad guy and good guy, heel and face terms all the time, but I feel like with the WWE right now, we think of the anti-hero as the good guy. So do you see Kevin Owens being the good guy here, or is it Randy Orton?
I mean, if we're talking in storyline, then Kevin Owens is still not the good guy. If we're talking in storyline, he dropped Orton on his head a couple months ago and had him injured for however many weeks.
But
He's got
he did.
reason to be upset, but again, if we're talking in storyline here, he still just attacked the dude and dropped him on his head. So
Yeah, I mean that's true, but he also stopped a few people from getting punted in the head, if I'm correct, right? So I
yeah,
mean, that's
it's a
like
good suspension of kind of belief or disbelief on who you think is in the right and the wrong. So it's a really unique way to go in the story.
yeah.
Um, it's WrestleMania. You want the biggest moments. I could see Kevin Owens taking a pretty cool RKO somehow. So I'll pick that as the way the match ends. But yeah,
All right. That's hot take knowing what he wants to end the match with because we've been seeing him trying to punt somebody for the last 3 weeks now. I
Mhm.
think that Kevin Owens is going to actually get his head punted, and we're going to see Randy Orton win the match. I agree with you on the match winner and everything like that. With them putting out the punt there, there's no way that that does not happen. They wouldn't. They haven't mentioned that for. What's the last time
Yeah,
they
it's been
mentioned
a
that?
while. He's
2012.
lined it up. He's lined it up a couple times, but yeah, they've never really said it. Like the stuff with like, didn't
Yeah.
he line it up against the Fiend?
Maybe I'm forgetting.
But still, we get the point. It's gonna be really big when it finally happens.
Yeah, definitely. And I agree with you. And I think that this could be the match that it finally happens. I think we could see the punt be brought back at WrestleMania. I'm picking Randy Orton with the punt to win the match. I think that it could be based off of knockout decision, though. I don't think it could just be off of a pinfall. I could be, you know what I
That'd be
mean? Like it
interesting.
could
A TKO type of thing. That'd be cool.
yeah, yeah, a TKO where he gets counted out after he gets punted outside the ring or something like that. I could see something happening like that, especially with especially with Kevin Owens. Sorry. So that's what I got for that match. Last match that we have for you is the match that everybody wants to talk about. It's Roman Reigns. It's CM Punk. It's Seth Rollins. Who do you see winning the match, and why do you have that person winning the match? How do you have them winning the match?
So my winner is CM Punk as of now. The reason why everyone hates everyone in this feud, but it all goes back to Roman and Seth. Like this feud was Seth and Punk for forever, and now Roman jumped in because Roman and Seth will always be interconnected. I think they'll be interconnected throughout this match. I think they'll be interconnected with whatever Paul Heyman does. Whether he turns on Roman, turns on Punk, turns on both of them and goes to Seth. If that happens, then Seth probably has a good chance of winning, but it's still, you never know. So I think CM Punk will find a way to capitalize on all of that history and get one over on the former Shield brothers.
That's a hot take here. Not a crazy take though. I kind of see where you're coming from with CM Punk winning the match. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think either of them are gonna win the match. I'm going to put it out there that I think that Paul Heyman's gonna throw a chair in, distract, and I think Seth Rollins is going to capitalize like he always does. Seth Rollins is the guy that's the most heated in the match right now. He has problems with both of them more than the other two have problems with each other. So that's the reason why I have Seth Rollins kind of winning this match here. I do think that it maybe a curb stomp on a chair or something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of things that could happen. This is going to be the biggest match of the year. This is going to be the match that everybody watches for years to come, in my opinion. If you look on WWE on Instagram right now, they have pinned the first pinned thing that they have on their profile is when CM Punk and Roman Reigns were in the cage for the War Games together, and Roman just puts
Puts
his
his
hand
arm
out.
out.
Yeah, puts his arm out. They've been having that up there since it happened, so something is going to happen between those two guys. It's pretty obvious what WWE is trying to put out there. But like you said, shocking the world. That's what WWE does. And I have a feeling that we could see Seth Rollins capitalize and win this match.
He's done it at WrestleMania before. Capitalize when we least expect it. I could
Yep.
see it. It's
Yep.
going to be a great match, though. And I am excited that it's a main event just because how are you going to follow it?
Yeah, well, exactly. How are we going to outdo this one, right? That's the thing that we've been doing with WWE for
Yeah.
main events for the last 4 years now. I mean, we had Roman and Cody twice. We had Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. We've had now The Rock and Roman versus Seth. Rollins and Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes.
Sometimes star power just takes over, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and it's gonna be an awesome match.
I mean, they're megastars for a reason, right?
Yep.
We're going to be talking about. I guarantee you, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. We're going to be talking about those guys in the top 10 pretty soon here, if not already. I really do think that Roman Reigns is top five. I really do. But I think that at the end of his day, he could end up being number one if he keeps on going on the reign that he's going on. But yeah, I love Roman Reigns. I'm Roman Reigns' biggest fan. I put up the ones forever, but I don't know. I have a feeling that Seth Rollins gonna pull something sneaky out in WrestleMania.
And how about that? The last however many manias, Roman's been the guy. You know, Roman's probably winning most of the time. Neither one of us picked him this time.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I picked them. I picked them the last 4 years though. The last 4 years, I always stayed with Roman Reigns no matter what. So
You're right most of the time.
yeah, but it is what it is. If it's gonna be a guy that I could see going over him, it's the guy that he couldn't stop for years now, and that's Seth Rollins. So with his kryptonite right there, I just don't see it happening. I don't see him winning the match. If he does, though, good. Anything is better than CM Punk. Anything is better than CM Punk, in my opinion. But I could see, I understand why people are picking CM Punk right now.
Can't wait.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, that has been all for Off the Ropes this week. Eric, you want to tell them where to find you?
Yep, just Eric Dominguez on Instagram, Eric Dominguez events on YouTube, little clips of all sorts of sporting events, wrestling and otherwise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. You can find me on all the East Coast Sports Investors profiles, and you can find me on X Real Live Zone if you are looking for me personally. That has been all for today. And as always, stay tuned.